Okay, hello everybody. So today I want to do a presentation about Leonardo da Vinci. Okay, so first let us talk about his biography, and after let us talk about his famous invention. Okay, so let's start from his biography. Leonardo da Vinci was born on April 15, 1452 at Ancino, Italy. So when he's born with the full name of Leonardo Da Vinci, and his father's name was Sepero. His mother's name was Catina di Melippi, and he have like a lot of siblings. Like he have 12 siblings, and there are 9 brothers and 3 sisters. Leonardo was the oldest one among those 12 siblings, and he was active as a painter, drawing, engineer, scientist, theorist, sculptor, and architect. He studied at University of Florence. Leonardo da Vinci have never married, but he have close relationship with other artists and as well as his assistant. Now let us talk about his invention. So I have picked top 7 inventions to talk about today, and they are the self-propelled cart, machine gun, the parachute, robot knife, diving suit, a mortar tank, and the most famous one is the flying machines. Now let us talk about the self-propelled cart. Okay, in case you want to look at the pictures of the self-propelled cart, this one is the self-propelled cart. Okay, so self-propelled cart was one of the many inventions that Leonardo created, dealing with locomotion and transportation. Leonardo cart was powered by coil spring, and it also features steering and brake ability. When the brake will release, the cart will propel forward. The Vinci design was ahead of its time, and exact working valve scholar until late in the 20th century. But in 2006, Institute and Museum of the History of Science in Florence built a working model based on the Vinci design. So the History of Science museums in Florence, they try to build like the self-propelled car by themselves, but they based on Leonardo da Vinci design. And the cart that they built, it actually worked. Okay, so let us talk about one more of his inventions is the machine gun. Okay, so here's the pictures of the machine gun. So the way Leonardo da Vinci thought problem with the cannon of the time that they take too long to load. So another gun at that time that they take too long to load, and this gun is fast to load. His solution to that problem was to build multi-barrel guns. Okay, so you see it, there are like lots and lots of barrels that can be loaded fire simultaneously. That means at the same time. While one set of a cannon was being fired, so when one set is fired, another set will be coiling, and the third one would be loaded. So this allowed the soldier to repeat it without interruption. Leonardo da Vinci design for the 33-barrel organ is generally regarded as the basis of the modern-day machine gun, the weapon that really developed commercial use until 19th century. So one more of his invention was the parachute. Okay, so this is the pictures of the parachute. Oh, it looks like, if we look at the picture, it's like the people just coming from the sky or something. Okay, so let's see, what is it? So the parachute. Da Vinci made a sketch of his invention with this accompanied description. So the description is, if a man have 10 made of linen, of which aperture, that means opening, have all been stopped up, and it be 12 braca. So 12 braca is about 23 feet across the 12 in depth. He will be able to throw himself down from any great height without suffering any injury. Oh, okay. And Adrienne Nicole designed based on Da Vinci invention, and she tested in 2002 it worked. So this Adrienne Nicole, she come and then she trying to make one that based on Da Vinci design, and then she tried to test it and it actually worked. Okay, so next one that I want to talk about is the robot knight. Wow, this is the pictures of the robot knight. So the robot knight is designed in a pattern in Milan. The robot knight could stand, sit, raise its visor, and independently maneuver its arm, and had an automatically correct jaw. The entire robotic system was operated by a series of pulleys and cables. Since the discovery of the sketchbook, the robot has been built faithfully based on Leonardo da Vinci design and was found to be fully functional. So he's trying to make the robot in the past. Yes. And the next one that we're going to talking about is the diving suit. The diving suit, okay, originally designed as a way of warning of invading ship. Da Vinci diving suit allowed man to engage in the little underwater sabotage by cutting holes in the bottom of the enemy holds. So the diving suit was equipped for the bat-like mask that went over the diver head. Attached to the mask around the nose area, there are two cane tubes that led up to a cord diving suit floating on the surface. Unfortunately, the design complete with breathing holes and glasses goggles. So they have the goggles that don't let the water to go in your eyes, and have the breathing holes so when you go underwater you can breathe. And would only find a self-submerged in planning stage. Okay, so the next one that we are going to talk about was the armored tank. Okay, so this tank is someone trying to build based on the Da Vinci tank, right? Here, you see it? Yes. So the armored tank, the precursions to the modern tank. Leonardo da Vinci armored tank invention was capable of moving in any direction, so it can move any direction. Was capable of moving any directions, okay? And it was equipped with a large number of weapons. So this one was equipped with a large number of weapons, and the platform was covered by a large protective cover reinforced with a metal plate which was to be slanted to better deflect any fire. The motion of the machine was to be powered by 8 men inside of the tank. So it was powered, there was 8 men inside of the tank to constantly turn crank to spin the wheel. The spotted devolver design, the Da Vinci tank has a major flaw. The powering crank went in opposite directions. This makes forward motions impossible. Scholars suggest that Da Vinci specified hard many have inserted flying intentionals to discourage the war machine from the ever being built. Okay, so let us talk about the most famous one. What is the most famous invention of Da Vinci? Okay, so the answer is the flying machines. Okay, so the flying machines was the most famous inventions of Leonardo da Vinci, also known as the ornithopter flying machine. Ideally displays power of observations and imaginations. It has a wingspan that exceeded 33 feet, and the frame was to be made of pine-covered raw silk to create a lip-strip membrane to power the wing. The power would pedal a crank connected to a run pulley system. The machine also had a crank to increase energy output in a headpiece fistering. Unfortunately, while flying machines may have flew once it was in the air, a person can never create enough power to get the device off the ground. So now his invention was end. So yeah, he actually made many inventions. Wow. So Leonardo da Vinci died at Toulouse on 2 May 1519 at the age of 67, and they think he died because of the stroke. So before he died, he left like many of invention. There's not only these 7 inventions, there are more, but today I'm taking these 7 inventions to talk about. So thank you everyone that listening to my presentation here, and please like and subscribe to my channel so it's encouraged me to produce more video. Yeah, thank you everybody for your listening. Goodbye. See you later.